Good morning, grade 7E. Okay, this morning we are starting with fractions. Please write the header 2020-0401. We are working out of the Green Book, page 92 to 93, and you will be completing activity 6.3a and activity 6.3b. The first sum that I'm going to explain is out of activity 6.3a, number 1a. Okay, so here we have a fraction. 2 over 4 plus 1/4. Okay, and this is what we do. The denominator, we can see that the denominator is the same. That is the reason why we can add this up. So we'll have a 4 at the bottom, and we can just say 2 plus 1, and that will give us 3 on 4, 3/4. Okay, the next one, number 2a. 1 minus a half. Okay, to be able to do this, we need to change the whole number into a fraction. I want a numerator or a denominator of 2. So I need to change the 1 into a fraction with a denominator of 2. If I have a denominator of 2 at the bottom, to be equal to 1, it also needs to be 2. So then I end up with 2 over 2 minus 1 on 2. And now that both of these have the same denominator, I write the denominator down. It's a 2, and I just say 2 minus 1, which gives me 1. My answer, a half. Let's move on to number 3a. Okay, now we have a fifth. 1/5 plus 3/4. Okay, immediately I see I have a problem. I cannot add fractions with different denominators. So I've got to get the denominator the same. The easiest way to do this would be to find the LCM, the lowest common multiple, the LCM. An easy way to do this would be to say 5 times 4, which gives me 20. So I'm going to rewrite these fractions. They will be equivalent fractions with a denominator of 20. That plus that. So I do this like this. How do I write an equivalent fraction? 1 on 5. How do I change it to an equivalent fraction with 20 as the denominator? I say, how do I get from 5 to 20? 5 times 4 will give me 20. So whatever I do at the bottom, I have to do at the top. 1 times 4. 1 times 4, 4. Plus, now I need to change this one into an equivalent fraction. That's going to be equal to 20. So I will say 4 times 5. 4 times 5 gives me 20. Whatever I do at the bottom, I have to do at the top. 3 times 5 gives me 15. So when I add this up, I can add this up now because I have the same denominator at the bottom. 20, 4 plus 15, 19 on 20. That's my answer, 19 on 20. Now let's move over to number 3D. Here we have 2 on 6 minus 1 over 5. 2 6 minus 1/5. Okay, once again we've got the same problem. I cannot subtract fractions with different denominators. I need to find the LCM, lowest common multiple. Multiples 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Multiples of 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So the lowest common multiple would be 30 in this case. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to change 2 on 6 like this. I'll do it now. Okay, how do I get from 6 to 30? I have to say 6 times 5. Whatever I do at the bottom, I have to repeat at the top. So 2 times 5 gives me 10. Minus, because I have a minus there, I have a minus there. How do I get from 5 to 30? I have to say 5 times 6. 5 times 6 gives me 30. I have to do exactly the same at the top. 1 times 6, that gives me 6. Now it's just an easy subtraction. My denominator is 30. I've got 30 at the bottom. And then I say 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 gives me 4. But now I have a problem here. And I have to, what do I have to do? Shane, you know, I need to simplify. How do I simplify? Divided by 2, divided by 2. Then I end up with 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. And 30 divided by 2 gives me 15. That's my final answer. I cannot simplify this further. Okay, next one. Let's move over to activity 6.3. Activity 6.3b. And I'm going to explain number 1a. Okay, now we are working with mixed numbers. So I have 3 and a third plus 2 and 1/6. Okay, the first thing that I do when I see this, I need to get the denominators the same. I need to change that. They need to be the same. Now immediately I see it's easy to change a 3 into a 6. I can just say 3 times 2. So whatever I did at the bottom here, I have to do at the top. So if I rewrite this, I'm going to rewrite this whole story. It's going to be 3 and 2 over 6 plus, rewriting that one, 2 and 1/6. Now it's easy to add up. 3 plus 2, I add my whole numbers. 3 plus 2 equals 5. My denominators are the same, so a 6 stays at the bottom. And 2 plus 1 gives me 3. Okay, Kelsey, can I leave this as it is? No, I cannot. Why not, Kelsey? Think, what can I do? I can simplify. So I simplify by saying 3 divided by 3 and 6 divided by 3, and then I end up with nothing changed with the 5. The 5 stays the same, it's 5, and 3 divided by 3 gives me 1, and 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. My answer, 5.5. The final one that I'm going to explain to you, we've got a few mixed numbers here that we're going to add up and we are going to subtract. So let's just write that out. That's 1 and 1/24 plus 1 and 5/8 and minus 1 and 1/4. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do here? Okay, the first step, I need to get my denominators the same. If you know your tables, you will know that 8 times 3 will give me 24, and 4 times 6 will also give me 24. So I can rewrite this to get all of my denominators the same. So I start by saying, well, 8 times 3 will give me 24. What I do at the bottom, I need to do at the top. Over here, 4 times 6 will give me 24, so I have to say times 6 at the top. Now I'm going to rewrite it. I didn't change anything about the numbers. The numbers are still staying the same. I'm just going to rewrite them, and they are going to be equivalent fractions. So here I'm going to change nothing about this one. It's going to be 1 and 1 part over 24 plus 1, change nothing about the 1, and then 15 on 24 minus 1 and 6 over 24. And now it's going to be very easy. I just need to add up and subtract. So I start over here. 1 plus 1 gives me 2. My denominator stays the same. It's going to be 24. And 1 plus 15 gives me 16. Didn't change anything here, so I'm just going to add that, minus 1 and 6 over 24. Now I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 1, that's 1. My denominator stays the same, 24 at the bottom. 16 minus 6 gives me 10. But now, Sladio, I can't leave it like this. Why can't I leave it? Because I need to, yes, Slade, simplify. Okay, so let me simplify this. I can say divided by 2, divided by 2, and then my answer is going to be 1. Nothing changed about the 1. 10 divided by 2 gives me 5, and 24 divided by 2 gives me 12. I cannot simplify that further. The answer stays the same. Okay, there we go, guys. You need to quickly complete activity 6.3a and activity 6.3b. If you get stuck, watch the video again. Go see what I did. Try it yourself. Don't ask your mom and dad to help you. You are supposed to do this on your own. I will send the memo this afternoon, and then you can mark it all with a blue pen. And when you are done, I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Keep well. Bye.